The best way you can get search traffic on YouTube is to do keyword research before filming. And what we're going to talk about in this episode is how you do that keyword research. How do you find the titles for your YouTube videos? That you find the titles first, then you plan out the content, then you film. You already know the titles, you've already done the keyword research in advance. That's what I'm going to demonstrate. All right, what I've got here is SEMrush, and it's my favorite tool. I use several tools, but this one is by far the best. I pay $100 a month for it. And I'll put a link down in the description below if you want a free trial. As we get started here, I want to give credit to Wendy. Wendy, thanks so much for asking this question because I know a lot of people want to know this stuff. Let's dive in here. Let's say you teach people about goal setting. You're thinking, I want to make a goal setting video. Keyword magic tool, you type in goal setting, and then you click right here. It says questions. And now you see some very specific questions people are asking. What is the most likely consequence of setting unrealistic goals? Okay, there's a lot here, and this is actually a lot higher search volume than we really need. We only need like 10 or more per month. Sometimes if you get too high of a search volume, it means there's too much competition. And if we make that video, we're not going to rank yet. When we want to post a video and rank day one. So what I'm going to do is just scan down this list and put a check mark next to the ones that I think are really good. Let me scroll back up to the top here and I'll read to you the ones that I highlighted. Why is it important to set realistic goals? That would make a good video topic. How to set activity goals on Apple Watch. How does setting goals lead to success? Do you see how each of these is real specific? So it's not just goal setting, but these are actual specific subsets or subcategories of goal setting that are a lot more specific. And if somebody is searching this specific and you answer specifically, they're obviously going to watch the entire video because you're talking directly to them. Another one about the iPhone. What should you keep in mind about setting effective goals? How to set development goals at work, how to set financial goals for a business, how to set goals and follow through with them, how to set nutrition goals, how to set short, medium, and long-term goals, how to teach goal setting to students. So if you're in the goal setting niche, we just found 10, 12 different video titles that would be perfect for you to shoot and to get real good results on YouTube. Do you see how simple that was? Do you see how quickly I did that? That's all you have to do before filming. So now we've got a list of 10 titles. Now we can say, all right, if I'm going to make a video on how to set short, medium, and long-term goals, I'm going to create an outline. Okay, let's first talk about short. This is how you set short-term goals. Medium, this is how you set those. Okay, if I'm going to make a video on how to set nutritional goals, all right, I'm going to talk about 5 different points, and I'm going to create a list of those 5 bullet points. So then when I'm ready to film, I hit go, and I say, welcome back. In this episode, we're going to talk about how to set nutritional goals. And I've got 5 steps that if you follow, it'll really help you achieve these nutritional goals. So then you get into it. Okay, point 1 is this. Don't drink milk. Point 2, get lots of exercise. Point 3, don't eat liver. Okay, notice those are don'ts. Eat lots of vegetables, eat fruit. There's my pluses. So that kind of paints the whole picture. Specifically in this video, I really wanted to emphasize how easy it is to do the keyword research to find topics for your videos. So what questions do you have about keyword research? Be sure to ask them below and I'll answer them in future episodes. So subscribe so you'll see them. We'll see you then.